So, if I haven't already done so, please welcome to the video. And in today's video, we're starting off with lime. So there's 20 tons there. Doesn't look like it. I mean, it doesn't look like. I mean, you could pass this off as some sort of drug or something. But this is what it is. It's like, well, it is a bit damp because it is raining. Won't lie to you. But this is what we're putting on to tackle the soil pH. And yeah, this is what will correct the soil pH. So the soil index, pH index for these fields was about, I think the far field was 5. Well, we're aiming for 6.5. I think that was 5 to 5.5, and these were 6. So these two were borderline, wanting lime, and the far field needed it more than anything. So yeah, the other two, the far field needed it definitely. These two were borderline, so we thought, well, if the far field's having it, other two we may as well give them a dosage as well. So I mean, we've had lime before, but this was a bit more gravelly. Well, I say gravelly, a bit more coarse, shall we say. But yeah, this is the first load of many, because there's actually another 3 load. But yeah, the first of 4. Just flip the camera around so you can see it a bit better. There's 20 tons. That's what there is in a load. But yeah, this lime spreader has got an arm on it, so it'll load itself. So we don't have to mess about loading it around like that. First load of 4. So we probably won't see the other 4 tips. I just come across the JCB just to make sure you're tipping it in the right place, but I do need to nip over and just open the other gates, so I might just go and do that. If not today, I might nip over tomorrow. But yeah, that is 20 tonne of lime. So there's 80 tonne altogether, so there's another 60 tonne to come. So he says he'll dump another load here, another load, and then another load at the gate entrance. But it might block the gate off, so he'll have to come in at the far end with the spreader, which is not the end of the world. Right, so welcome back everyone, and we've currently got 80 tonne of line dumped here. Well, I say 80 tonne, there's a bit less than 80 tonne now because he's spread some of it, but he's putting a tonne to the acre on this field and then 2 tonne to the acre on those 2 fields roughly. So there's 80 tonne going on about 44 acres there is here, so yeah, he's cracking on. But you can see where he's been already. So lime is supposedly the cheapest fertiliser you can get, because if the soil pH isn't right, it won't take the nutrients out of the muck and fertiliser that we're putting on the field. So lime is supposedly the cheapest fertiliser you can get, because it not only lasts 1 year, it lasts like 4 or 5 I think. So yeah, but you can see all the particles on the floor, like, well, where my shadow isn't. We've spread all this, so he's got the other 2 fields to do, but he's just coming over the hill now. So he's got 2 discs on the back of the spreader that I think are ground driven, I could be wrong. But the old line spreaders were definitely ground driven. I'm not sure if the new ones are PTO driven. It might be, or they might be hydraulic driven. They'll come to the end now, and then they'll turn around and go back up the field. But it is very important, what we're doing is that you can't mix lime with slurry. So these fields haven't had slurry yet, and we've got to keep off it with slurry just for the time being until this lime's washed into the soil, because lime and slurry don't mix. So if you put slurry on top, if you put slurry on a field and put lime on, the lime would attack the slurry, and we don't want it to attack the slurry. We want it to attack the soil and make the soil good, not the slurry. So yeah, but we're cracking on, he's cracking on. What we're going to do is, I'm going to head back, we might shoot the drone up in a bit, and we'll see if we can get some more footage of him spreading, hopefully, fingers crossed, if it all goes to plan. But this is a very important part in making the grass grow, because if you don't if the soil pH isn't right, it won't take the nutrients out and it won't grow the best crop of grass in the world. But we want it to grow the best crop of grass, so we're putting this on 80 tonne on 44 acres. It's a lovely sunny day, 28th of February today, no, not April, so I was about to say April, but I'll just look the camera around, you can see him come back down the field.
Always do it on my own, so I gotta get through it. And the only thing I know is to love what I'm doing. Never give up, never slow, till I finally prove it. Never listen to the no's, I just wanna keep moving. Keep my head up when I act, head up, that's a fact. never looking back. I'ma keep myself on track, keep my head up, staying strong, always moving on. Feel I don't belong, tell my thoughts to move along. Push myself to be the best, die with no regrets. Live with every breath, see my message start to spread. And I had so many dreams, then you hit your teens. Life ain't really what it seems, try to find out what it means. Always do it on my own, so I gotta get through it. And the only thing I know is to love what I'm doing. Never give up, never slow, till I finally prove it. Never listen to the no's, I just wanna keep moving. Yeah, I put out all this art, it's my only medicine. Yeah, everything I do, I'm just being genuine. Yeah, I'm sick of being screwed, feel my own adrenaline. Yeah, I do just what I do, and I hope you let me in, yeah. I'm grateful, oh yeah, able, oh yeah, I'm stable, oh yeah, no label, oh yeah, you know me, I have only a path, I'm lonely, but damn, I'm going to I don't want no fake love, I want the real stuff. Everybody listen up, cause I'll only say it once. I'm gonna show you all the path, if you want it bad. I'm gonna show you where it's at, yeah, how you can get it back. Yeah, cause I ain't never done, I'll be number one. Working hella hard until I get just what I want, yeah. Rises like the sun, yeah, fatal like a gun. Shooter's gonna shoot and I'm gonna shoot until I won, yeah. Always do it on my own, so I gotta get through it. And the only thing I know is to love what I'm doing. Never give up, never slow, till I finally prove it. Never listen to the no's, I just wanna keep moving. Yeah, I put out all this art, it's my only medicine. Yeah, everything I do, I'm just being genuine. Yeah, I'm sick of being screwed, feel my own adrenaline. Yeah, I do just what I do, and I hope you let me in, yeah. Grateful, oh yeah, able, oh yeah, I'm stable, oh yeah, no label, oh yeah, you know me, I have only a path, I'm lonely.
Right, so actually the day after, lime spreading, and there's not much left. We've done a really good job of cleaning up. So the fields have gone white. You can see from these trend lines, well, these tyre marks, where the lime is. There's a bit of lime there. But he's made a really nice job. I did shoot the drone up. But you can see on the floor here, I'm sure you can see that, all the bits of lime. We've had a heavy dew in the night, like we do at this time of the year, so it will wash in a little bit. We do need it to go in before we put any slurry on. That is a big thing, because we want it to go in the soil, not into the slurry. So that's a big thing about putting lime on. And hopefully this will yield better than it would have done without lime. Hopefully better than it did last year. We have got the added problem though, the only thing it hasn't attacked is the bare patches that are in the soil. So there were a lot of bare patches where grass wasn't growing and there were bits of moss growing. Do we direct drill some new seeds in and have a go at doing that? It's a bit early for doing that yet. We might do, don't know. It's one of them. We might just see if the lime works its magic and the crop might thicken out on its own. I'm not holding out much hope on that. But done that field as well. There was a couple of wet patches in one field, but apart from that, we've done really well, I think. He said he didn't get stuck and he were only putting half loads in on that field because I did tell him it would be wet in that field, but so far so good. He's done a really good job. So anyone wants his number, J.C Else, lime spreading. Anyone's in the Derbyshire area wants his number, I'll put his number here and you can give him a bell if you want some lime spreading done. But hopefully it'll work its magic and hopefully it'll grow better grass. And then hopefully in a couple of weeks time we'll get on this with some slurry. And that'll help it out again. Because this hasn't had any slurry since last back end, so hopefully that sorts this out. But I will have to go over the chain arrows and just sort his ruts out that he made. But oh, it's a stone there. but he didn't get stuck. I half knew that he were going to make some ruts, which I'm not worried about, because he'll soon level out with chain errors. It's giving it dry for a considerable amount of time now, for a good week even. So in a week's time I can put chain arrows on when it's dried out a bit more, go and arrow them ruts out, and it'll be fine. But I'll leave the video here, give it a thumbs up, subscribe below, and I'll see you in my next one. And see you, bye. Just thought I'd put this in the video as well. To say there were 80 tonne of lime dumped here, it's cleaned it up really well. There's nothing left. There's a bit of patches, but when I shot the drone up, you'll see that he was covering his wheel marks where he was running across that field. I think that's just because he had a little bit left, and it's just the best to go over the way you've been running all the time, a bit more. But I didn't really get much drone footage, just purely because I was on one of the jobs, but it's cleaned it up really well. You can barely tell that there were any lime dumped in this gateway. Last thing to do, shut the gates. Trying to do this one-handed isn't easy.